sure everybody's aware of that, and was able to talk to him about the job, and most importantly, be able to thank him for what he did, the job he did here at University of Louisville. And I wished him well, him and his family, and I told him I gave him an A++ for what he changed the culture here, not only from the football standpoint, wins and losses, but the type of kids he recruited, the kind of coaching staff that he assembled, and what they did academically, and we had very, very few problems off the field. So I was very impressed with that, and in my next hire, my ambition and intentions are to find somebody that will follow up and build on what Charlie's built already. And I want to keep this going. As we're so excited to move in the ACC, I want to make sure that we keep that momentum going very, very strong.
Was there any chance to try to keep him? Was it even an option?
No, I think he had made up his mind by the time I got in there. But I understand it, and it was a dream of his, and he certainly earned it. And I wish him nothing but the best. And I will always consider him a very, very close friend. And I not only want to single out Charlie, I really want to single out Vicky. Great job that she did here in this community also.
What are the most important factors you look for when you're looking for a head coach?
It all depends. I'm a big person that believes in fit. So I want somebody that fits here. You always say you want somebody who wants to be here. Does that mean 5 minutes, 5 years, 5 days? It does. I want somebody that would look at this job now as a true destination job. That'll look at it as a long-term, it's a project obviously, but a long-term process that really wants to build it the right way and continue on building on what Charlie did. That was his foundation.
He mentioned this morning it was bittersweet. Could you tell, talking to him last night, that he had a little bit of...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was very much so. And he was great, as he always has been. And like I said, he's become a very close friend of mine. And when I hired him, he was the only candidate, and it worked out great for us.
Have you been contacted by any other candidates interested in the job?
100 or 200.
I was just say, what candidates specifically?
Yeah. I don't want to get into any names. No.
How has hiring a coach here changed from even the last time when you hired Charlie or times before, given the circumstances?
Well, I think the situation as we continue to grow, when we hired Charlie, we were in the Big East, and we're kind of headed with a lot of question marks in front of us because we knew that the league wasn't as stable as we needed it to be. But now I think as we're in the ACC and it's very strong, it's going to be an added benefit for us.
Do you have a short list? How do you?
Oh, yeah.
You're always the guy that.
I spent 4 snowy days within my list.
How short is short? I mean,
It's short. But it's a wide open job, though. There's no preconceived notions right now.
Do you have a timetable?
I want to go quick because time should be of the essence.
Longer than one?
I'm going to get the right person. I'll tell you that.
Tom, would you consider Bobby Petrino again? I
I'll
know you
consider
don't.
everybody. I'll consider everybody. Everybody's in play. Everybody's in play for this job.
Tom, this school hasn't had a coach stay for more than 5 years since 1968. How much are you longing for that with this search?
Well, you always long for it, but there's reasons for that. These guys have all done good jobs to get out of here. There's been one exception, and that was the one that wanted to stay here forever. So.
What's your relationship like with Bobby? You guys have patched things up.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. I've got my resignation's fine with him. Fine.
Can you clarify what, if anything, Texas did as far as seeking permission or not at any point?
Yeah, they called, left me a message, just like it's been reported all over the country.
But I mean, was there any
It was very accurate, it was reported.
subsequent follow-up to that? Or
No,
Have you
I talked to
Steve?
Charlie. He talked to Charlie every single day. Told Charlie, you feel free to talk to him. I mean, if this is something that's an ambition of yours, I certainly don't want to get in the way of it. I'll do anything financially, anything you need to do, but this had nothing to do with finances.
Tom, you touched a little bit on fit. An offensive guy, I mean, in your head without
Best coach,
specifically-
best coach, period.
And what would you define as?
Because I would, before, I'm not certain I would have ever searched out Charlie just to say I want a defensive coach, because what I wanted was a head coach, and Charlie certainly served that role in a very valuable way.
And what do you define as some of the assets that kind of?
Well, I think the kids have to have a lot of respect for that coach. I think the coach has to be innovative, whatever side of the ball he's on. I think the coach has to be committed to the place that he's at, and I think the kids need to feel that. The kids need to see him in many different circumstances, whether it's in the classroom, and whether it's in the training room, whether it's in the strength and conditioning areas, whether it's in the meeting rooms.
What happens with the assistants? Do you know if any are going with him, or how many might stay?
Yeah, I'm not certain he knows what he's gonna even do yet. You know, I'm sure he'll take the majority of them, but that's part of the business I'll probably stay out. I learned my lesson the hard way on that one.
Well, people look back at Charlie's 4 years, maybe a couple of years from now, what will they say about his legacy, about having sort of built on this foundation?
Well, I think you look at Charlie, and certainly what I would point to is he did it the right way. You know, his results were fantastic, but he did it the right way. He didn't cut any corners.
The way you handled the Clint Hurtt situation, did you think that might buy you some loyalty with Charlie?
No, I didn't do it for that. Charlie, you know what I was doing on that deal. I never communicated anything with Charlie on that.
Is there an anticipation that he could maybe even be back on, I guess that'd be up to
He
him?
could, he
coach
could.
spot?
That's gonna be up
possible.
to the next coach.